Every time a Desi gets frustrated in the US, we say the same thing. Bas, I'll go back to India and live peacefully. Most of us plan our return to India the same way we plan the World Cup final from our couches in the US. It looks perfect in our head until real life bowls a bouncer straight at your face. I actually packed up my life and moved back to India. And then I came back to the US because things did not go the way I imagined. So today let me save you from that expensive mistakes I made and the ones I watch hundreds of Desi make every year. And by subscribe कर दो वरना आपकी mortgage calculator में ना मैं glitch डाल दूंगा. Just kidding, but seriously, subscribe. Now before I give you the list of do's and don'ts, let me tell you something most NRIs never realize. Returning to India is not one decision. It is 20 different financial decisions happening at the same time. Where will you live? How much will your lifestyle actually cost? Should you transfer money or keep it all in the US? What about taxes, retirement account, school fees, health insurance, long-term inflation? Oh man, the list is endless. And none of this works the way it does in the US. And the biggest shock is this. You may love India emotionally, but your money needs a structure that supports that decision. Because the people who struggle after moving back, they did not fail because India was bad. They failed because they carried US habits into an Indian system, including me. So let's talk through the mistakes that cost NRIs the most, the mistakes I lived, and the mistakes I now help others avoid. The biggest mistakes Desis make when planning to retire in India is this one: buying a house before they have even lived a single normal day in India. From the US, everything feels perfect. You imagine your family close by, kids playing in the same gully you grew up in, your parents smile when you walk in every evening, and because we earn in dollars, a 1 or 2 crore flat suddenly feels affordable. So what do most of the NRIs do? They start browsing magic bricks, start watching builder videos, start talking to their cousins, and before they even test the water in India, they book a flat. Buying a home from abroad is like giving Kohli batting advice during the World Cup final. Looks easy from the sofa, but in real life, it is difficult. Because once you actually start living in India, the commute, the traffic, the pollution level, the school distance, the noise, the pace there, everything hits differently. And most of the NRIs take 18 to 24 months to understand where they truly fit. And if you realize after 2 years that the city, the neighborhood, or the lifestyle does not work for you, your 1 crore investment gets stuck. And selling, it is not as easy as selling a stock. India's real estate still has cash component, liquidity issue, and a long waiting time for genuine buyers. And even if you find a buyer, getting 100% white money back into the US is almost impossible. So rent first, live your real life in India, and then decide about buying a house. And one more thing, if you're going back to India for family, then live where your family lives. Don't choose Gurgaon if your roots are from Prayagraj. Don't choose Bangalore if your heartbeat is still in Bhopal. Otherwise, your commute to your parents become the same 24 hours it takes from the US. The second biggest mistake NRIs make is sending all their US savings to India the minute they decide to move back. I know it feels tempting. Fresh start, new home, new routine, everything in one place. But transferring your entire net worth is like proposing marriage on the first date. Your heart is excited, but your mind is not ready yet. If you have $500,000, do not take it all with you. Just take $30,000 to $40,000 for setup, rent, school trials, a car, and emergencies. And by the way, when you send money back to India, use Krobo. I've been using it myself. Zero fees, Google rate or better conversion, instant transfer, and no hidden spread. And they are giving my audience $35 gift card for any transfer above $1,000 using my special link below. Try it once and you will never go back to your old app. They even refund if anything goes wrong. Thanks Krobo for sponsoring this segment. Now back to the video. So rest of the money stays in the US until you see how your real life in India settles. But listen, here is the part nobody tells NRIs about returning to India. If you are returning to India after 10 or 15 years in the US, my strongest recommendation is simple. Retire or semi, whatever you call it, semi-retire. Do not jump back into full-time IT or corporate life expecting the same work-life balance you had here. Even senior managers and directors earning over 1 crore rupees feel the burn there. The pace hits differently, the pressure hits differently, and many NRIs quietly struggle with this after moving back. Your money should give you flexibility, not trap you into staying somewhere you are not happy. So transfer slowly, let your lifestyle settle first. Move the big money only when you are stable, not when your emotions are high. The third mistake is painful because it destroys decades of compounding. Many desis think, I'm going back. What's the point of 401k or IRA? And for other countries, I'm talking about retirement fund here. And we think, let me just withdraw everything and simplify it. Please don't do this. Your US retirement accounts are not a burden. In Indian terms, they are your PPF on steroids. You get tax benefits, employer match, and the biggest advantage of all, your money grows in US dollars. And as you know, over decades, the rupee has broadly lost value against the dollar. And if you withdraw before 59 and a half, you pay 10% penalty plus federal taxes on the entire amount, plus you lose the long-term compounding forever. I don't see a smart reason to do this. And here is what financially savvy NRIs do instead. They keep contributing as long as they are earning in the US. And then when they move to India, they simply leave the accounts untouched. Legally, you're allowed to let your money grow for decades and withdraw later from India. And if you withdraw in a low-income year, for example, after you are already retired, your tax bracket may be extremely small. One more thing. India now allows tax deferral on US retirement account until withdrawal. So you're not taxed annually back home. That makes it even easier to keep these accounts alive. So the bottom line is, do not kill a compounding machine just because you are changing countries. And Telugu Vallu oka click cheste chalu. Subscribe Ipothandi. Now let's talk about what you should do, because when NRIs return to India the right way, life can actually become easier, calmer, and financially lighter. The trick is to use the Indian system the way it was designed, not the way you imagine it. Number 1, use the RNOR period like a cheat code. When you return to India, you don't immediately become a regular resident. For the first 2 or 3 financial years, you enter something called RNOR, resident but not ordinary resident. This is your golden window. During RNOR, your foreign income is not taxed in India. Your US investment do not need annual reporting. Your withdrawal from the US can flow in cleanly, and you do not have to convert your NRE account right away. This period is meant for testing your life in India, emotionally, practically, and financially without messing up your global investment. If you can handle this RNOR period correctly, the rest is easy. Number 2 is understanding your real cost of living before you move big money in India. NRIs always underestimate what life actually costs in India. Not because India is expensive, but because the lifestyle you want might be. A comfortable upper middle class life in cities like Pune, Chennai, Hyderabad, or Bangalore usually sits around 1.5 to 2 lakh per month if you have 2 kids. A simple lifestyle can be 60 to 80,000 rupees per month, while truly premium lifestyle can be around 3 lakh rupees per month. The biggest variable is rent and school fees. Everything else is manageable. So before you transfer crores, ask yourself, how much do I actually need to live peacefully without working? And number 3 is calculate your corpus the right way. NRIs love the 4% rule, but that is US math. Low inflation, stable market, and USD returns. In India's inflation environment, the safe withdrawal rate is around 3%. And here's what that means for you. If you want 1 lakh rupees per month lifestyle, you need around 4 crore rupees. For 1.5 lakh per month, you need around 5 to 6 crores. And for 2 lakh per month, you need about 7 crores. And this is not magic. This is simply constructing a mix of equity mutual fund for growth and debt and FDs for stability. Exactly how the smartest NRI structure their retirement. And if you get this right, you do not have to work in India. You do not have to compromise on your lifestyle. Your money works the night shift and you do not have to. This brings me to someone who actually did this perfectly. One of my friend Raj just did what most NRIs only dream about. He retired early and moved back to India after 15 years in the US. But here's the difference. He did not move emotionally, he moved strategically. He used the RNOR window exactly the way it was designed. Under the 2025 tax rules, returning NRIs can earn up to 12 lakh a year completely tax-free. So Raj parked 1.7 crore in FDs, earning around 7%. That alone gave him around 12 lakh rupees, all tax-free. Then he invested 3 crore in equity and hybrid mutual funds. He withdraws roughly 1.5 lakh a month, and because these are long-term gains, his tax is minimal, around 5 to 10%. Put together, and this setup gives you 2 lakh a month without working. Gujju Mitro, like dabavi do and subscribe par fafda nakhi do. When NRIs think about moving back to India, we rarely think about the numbers first. We think about our parents' faces, our childhood street, the smell of chai in the morning. And this is beautiful, but it can also be misleading. Because if you left India in 2005, you're not going back to the version of 2005 India. You're going back to the country that has changed, and so have you. The traffic feels different, the pace feels different, even the silence feels different. And the biggest surprise for most people is this: your heart may crave India, but your lifestyle, your financial habits have become American. That disconnect is where people struggle. But here's the good news: when you plan your return with clarity instead of nostalgia, everything becomes lighter. You get the peace you want without the chaos you fear. And for the first time in years, your money, especially if you transfer with Krobo, and your mind finally move in the same direction. Your finance friend Sushant, signing off.